Uh, okay. So thank you so much for being connected over there. Alex and me will be in not in favor of artificial intelligence because today's topic discussion debate is artificial intelligence. On the other hand, Abhijit, Utkal, and Vicky will be in favor of artificial intelligence. Okay,
Yes.
No, sir,
fine.
I'm not in favor, sir. Sir, I'm not in favor of artificial intelligence. No.
Okay,
I
so
said that yeah, I said, yeah. What is the meaning of boom?
okay, it means like you support it.
Yeah.
Do you support artificial
No, no,
intelligence?
I don't want to support.
Fine,
I'm
then
not.
come to the Alex part. I will be the neutral guy over here, and I will be doing nothing, just to judging you guys. Okay? Thank God
Okay,
to
okay.
giving me relief. So Alex, you have one, yeah, you have one and a new member in your group named Vicky. Vicky gonna support. Vicky gonna be as a partner. On the other hand, Utkal and Abhijit will be supporting of artificial intelligence. So let's begin this war.
Yes.
And before that, I would request Mr. Alex to, give you a little idea what exactly artificial intelligence is.
Okay. Um, Artificial intelligence help uh, help us to give the intelligence to dumb machines. Machines doesn't have intelligence, uh, but we are giving intelligence to the machine so that they can perform the things very better. Uh, so far, that is, it will help us in several areas. But in some other area, we have some associated dangers with artificial intelligence.
Okay.
From the name itself, artificial intelligence giving an intelligence to the machine, like a human being, so that they can respond, think, and react to certain things like a human being.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, then fine. So tell me why you don't like it.
Um,
Yeah.
from the outside, when we are looking at artificial intelligence, we have the that it will help us. Maybe to an extent it is helping us, but it is artificial intelligence encroaching our privacy, and also it making some threat to the human being. So I consider that even today it is become as a threat to the human beings. So in the future it will become a undefendable threat to the threat to our species. So we should bring some new rules and regulations to restrict these kind of development and this kind of studies area. Instead of wasting time to develop such to going through the such area, our species can contribute in some other areas like medical science and some space exploration, that way of things, that kind of areas.
Okay, the opposition party, he says you something. Give him a counter.
Like, say, actually, artificial intelligence is very good for in our coming generation, and it can help us a lot. Like, the artificial system is like it thinks like a human machine, right? And in our future generation, it is very helpful for us in our for future, and it can do in like human way. Like human are doing things like that, and the artificial system can do in the favor of this. Okay, and what I know about the artificial intelligence, like you have to like suppose there is a Google Photos in our phone. Okay, so what's the quality of the Google Photos? Like if you have lots of people in your gallery, okay, and then you can uh, put on the Google Photos. Google Photos, automatically shown you that who is the person or what is the name of that person, right? So this is a part of artificial intelligence, what I can say, right? But yes, if this kind of things is not okay forever. Okay, like if you yeah, I mean, yeah, if artificial intelligence will update like updating day by day, okay, and they are just adding a new features on that. Okay, so if this if this kind of updating always happen with the artificial intelligence, definitely that day is not so far where the artificial intelligence will be great than human intelligence, okay, and they can also harm to people if they have that much intelligence they have like than people have. Yes.
I agree with one thing that the artificial intelligence, certain applications of artificial intelligence is helping human beings. For certain extent, that is true. I agree that. But the problem is that, like Vicky said, they are making some human robots, exactly like the human. It has the intelligence. Then we don't have any room for us, for our coming generation. Maybe the machines will replace the human. Why the need of a human in this planet? We are trying to digging a grave for ourselves. We are exploring through this in artificial intelligence area. Maybe like you said, today itself there is certain applications have an indispensable role in our life. Like one person is described about Google Assistant, that kind of temporary system. That sort of application now a boon to the people, but later it is going to be an irreversible danger. So we need to stop that right now. Otherwise, we will get addicted to that and never. There won't be a going back.
So in this term of I can say that about the artificial system, the system is very prestigious and it is very costly, but it is lots of advantages. You can see this in the artificial system. There's lot of advantages, and I go through it. I have to recall my points. So what I have one of the example I can give you artificial intelligence, like computer play chess and self-driving car. It can help us a lot. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
Yeah. And in the main action of will take the result. So while we are playing the chess, it is automatically play with the chess. Like it is like artificial system, no? That's why it plays automatically. Like we see computer. That's when a game it can play by computer. They can play, right? And it just help us in self-driving also. Like we are like many of the cars is there, like Bugatti, Lamborghini. They automatically self-drive. This is the help of artificial intelligence.
But there's also a lot of things like what you don't want to do, but your machines automatically will do that. So what about that? I mean, artificial intelligence that must not is good. There are also lots of things which we want to upgrade ourselves. Okay, not like that, and that could be not okay for our.
Yeah. And we all are know artificial intelligence is work as a government objective and country's objective, right? Mm-hmm. And it is the working like a computer program.
Yeah, no. Like suppose if you have all stuff in your house, and everything is just on the basis of the artificial intelligence. Okay, and you have just set it everything like lights, TV, and like pattern, everything that you have just set on the artificial intelligence. When you enter in your room, everything will be open, okay, like ATM, fan, So then what happened that suppose I know sometimes you will be disturbed with this. Sometimes mood in your mood will not be okay forever. Sometimes your mood is off. Sometimes you have to, like, suppose when you're going to enter your room, you are with your friend, okay, and your TV will on, and suppose if there's any movie, that type of thing, automatically they will on, okay. Then what will the response to that side? So that type of problems can happen with artificial intelligence.
Okay. In this condition, if you have got fraud in your internet, then
It will be case
artificial intelligence will work on that.
Yes,
Where is the
it
problem?
will be case automatically.
Yeah.
And you know what? Also, there is very loss. Like the first is this, like that system is very costly. There you have to pay money much.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
and after that, like if you don't want, if you have just set the time that 7 o'clock, and fan will on. Okay, AC will on, and you are in the room or not? No. On the 7 o'clock, your AC will open, on, and that is not matter you are in home or not. So that is that type of things, that type of certain things can happen, which is the cause of the loss of your life. Yeah.
Yes, Vicky, what is saying is absolutely correct. And every people don't agree with this part.
Yeah, but that all is the cause. That all are the things could be cause of the losses in your life. What I think, if your just totally life is dependent on the artificial intelligence, then definitely if you are just purchasing, like if you are buy, this type of facility, so definitely you want to use that. And when you use that, it depends on your mind. No, it is not depends on your mind. It will just set on the time. Okay, automatically these the select sections will open on the time. That is so what I think that these other things could be cause of losses.
Yeah, and in whole world there is so many mentalities. Okay? Some mentalities are in positive way and some mentalities in negative way. So our artificial intelligence work on negative mentality. What people are thinking of, what people are doing in negative way. That's why artificial intelligence is scam by the government.
Yes. Yeah, and you know what? Sometimes also you will feel lost your respect of not of anyone. Like I told you, like you are entered with your friend experience, and then you physical on, and you coming up to reason what. So we could not depend. And the third thing is like he said, like you will be addicted with this thing, okay, and you will forget, you will forget physically to do all the things like physically.
Actually, I want to add some point in this way. Like artificial intelligence refers to simulation of human intelligence, like how human can think. That much of intelligence in artificial, right? And the goals of artificial intelligence is like including the learning, reasoning, and perception. And in all of the world, across the country, there are different kind of industry, including the finance and healthcare. It can be all work with this kind of thing, the healthcare and finance. And the main thing is that the single task oriented by one artificial robot will be AI carrier on a task of basis. These are the things that I know about this artificial intelligence. And in the coming days,
what is benefit you have?
The benefits it has, it will automatically. We don't have to give the whole data. We have to program it like
like the schedule. That is the problem, no? That is the problem, no? That you don't have to use your mind to do that things. Okay, so what is the mean of in your mind? If you are not using your mind, definitely it's after some time
Yes,
you will be addicted of that.
I not agree with this your point. Like if one artificial intelligence, like one robot is there, that character recognized, that can be recognized in a long term of consideration. Like if you want to control this robot, you have a like a what can I say? One watch is there in artificial intelligence. You can control by them also. Like if you don't want to do the task, you can stop also in that time, in a matter of time.
In that
Yes.
time, but no. What I observe, like if they you said something about what, na?
Sorry,
You said something about what, na? What?
not
No.
AI. I said AI.
No. Okay. Can you say it again, please? Whatever you say, just.
Okay. I will surely repeat those what I have said. Like there are many kind of artificial is there. Artificial is in present days we are using. One is Siri, SIRI. This is in Apple, right? This is also one kind of artificial intelligence. And there is one more, Tesla. You know Tesla?
Tesla.
Tesla, yes. Tesla is something that you are used in car grid, and it is the best automobile available until now.
Okay.
And another one, and if you know, Tesla is also can self-driving capabilities, and it can absolutely
Self-driving capability in
Yes,
motor vehicle.
yes, exactly. And Tesla has a very large gear. The car is getting smarter day by day. Like it can update in air. It has the sensor. Like if he's seeing this something is wrong happening in front of him, he will directly slow down his speed.
So if you are going 1,000 kilometer per hour speed, then how it detects sensors of Tesla?
1,000 kilometer per hour. I'm not sure about this.
No, I'm talking about that. What will happen? Sensor will detect automatically or not?
Yes, I think it's directly not going into 1,000 km per hour.
Okay, if suppose the sensor will detect, then our vehicle will stop on the spot or not?
Yes, it will directly stop. It gives the hard disc brake. It will apply with hard disc brake. It will directly
What will
stop.
happen? What will happen?
Yes, there is in real life. If we go in 1,000 km per hour speed, if we apply the brake when something is coming, then what happens? Like that, it will happen in also artificial intelligence because it is think like a human. At the first beginning, I have told you, what human think in artificial also think.
And why nobody is talking about the Facebook recent AI chatbots? Have you heard about Facebook chatbots? Facebook made 2 chatbots in order to talk with people who they are looking for a friend.
I have heard about it, Facebook, but I don't know about much more.
So why don't you mention, Alex?
Actually, Vicky said a valid point, but they didn't get that point, I think. And also that.
Actually, I don't have idea about that. What Raghav said, like Facebook post. What is that, sir?
Alex is gonna explain. Hello.
Vicky said that there is a self-driving car, and the car is working based on the sensors. And if you attain a certain speed, for example, he said 1,000 kilometers per hour.
I was asking about that.
At that time, I am just making clear that point. And in you reach that speed, and by chance it is a mechanical part, it may stop working at any time. There is a chance. And if it is stop working on that speed level, how the person inside that car going to manage or control that car? That is a danger.
Okay.
We are not addressing that thing. So
maybe
if the self-driving cars are very popular in our country, what will happen? People don't go for learning the driving. People ability will start to diminish, and the people become enslaved to the machine. That is a danger, and Vicky, I think she elaborated it very clearly. And the second thing is Raghav said about the chatbot. Actually, I want to say two things about that. That chatbot is a fake news. actually Facebook created a chatbot and it didn't work the way that they expected, so immediately they turned off. But the media didn't understand what happened inside the Facebook, so they reported in the wrong way. That is all news about the chatbot. The media reported that Facebook created two chatbots and they created a new language. In that language, they talk to each other. That's the media reported. But what happened? They just started to talking with the artificial intelligence powered chatbot, but it didn't work the way they expected. Actually, that is a bug. So they just turned off. That's all.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So what we are stressing is that it will make the people slave to the technology, and people lose all the ability. And one day, the artificial intelligence, the machine, become powerful enough to replace the entire human being from this planet. That is the danger. It will happen maybe after 1,000 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is leading towards there. So
I
we
don't
should
think so.
stop
When
that.
1,000 years, it will take 1,000 years because a chatbot. We are aware of the chatbot. The media took it very lightly. That oh yeah, it's a silly mistake by the technical and some kind of a coding. But exactly it was not. A coder will understand who they are belong to the same industry.
Yes. It's right.
Yes.
No, there are some other chatbots. She will exactly talk like a human being. But the Facebook chatbot is not that way. As far as I know, the Facebook created a chatbot, but at that time it didn't work the way that they expected, so they just turned off. That's all. Maybe in the future time, there will be a lot of chatbot will be came across, and people doesn't understand who is real, who is machine, and who is the person. That you and me or everyone is going to face. That won't take much time. Raghav is right on that thing. It won't take 100 years. It may be came across 10 or 20 years.
20 to 50 years.
We are talking with.
Yes.
Yeah, you cannot understand that. Is it a real person? Okay, I am talking to you. You cannot understand if you can't understand I am a person or a robot. What will that problem? Can you understand what that problem is? So it will happen even if you are going outside or we using mobile devices and some other remote communication mechanism, and we are not going to see the person in real. So we cannot understand that is a real person or not. We have the right to know that it is a chatbot. Am I talking to a chatbot or a real person? We have the right to know that. But if we are supporting the artificial intelligence too much, then you can never going to get that. You are going to facing that kind of difficulty in the future.
Right.
That is why we are stressing that we should stop that. We won't go that way. It is not a boon. It is a danger to our future. There are a lot of scientific films depict this kind of dangers. So many films are there, but those films are came up with a good ending. But in the real life, that is not going to happen. This is not a movie, man. In the real life, we are going to the play of those machines and never going back from there.
Okay. What about the supporting guy? Why are you so silent, man?
Actually, I was a little bit confused about what he said.
Okay. So if you're running out of the words, I can let you know. Okay, I would like to give an opposition word to myself exactly. Okay, Alex, you're saying those people that it won't take more than 50 years to get this thing done. But this is the only one event, right? This is the only one event. The defective part, I would say, destructive part from artificial intelligence. What about the Tesla? Tesla is one of the great achievement. And do you know NASA hired Tesla's, I would say, the artificial intelligence to send their astronaut in space recently 2 weeks ago. Why don't you count this?
So there
Yes,
is
yes.
a need. There is a need of artificial intelligence. But in the real life, like we normal people, this is not for us. This cannot be beneficial for us. Yes. There for astronaut and this persons have benefit with that. But this
Yes.
would be
Please continue, please.
First of all, I just want to clear one thing. Tesla Center 92 moon, it is not based on the artificial intelligence. That is human intelligence. And there's a lot of other companies, ISR, that kind of organization also.
Yes. Tesla is built by the Elon Musk.
Are there.
Right. Tesla is built by the Elon Musk, right?
Elon Musk, yeah. Elon Musk.
Yes. But
Elon Musk contributed a lot of his money for this kind of research. That is a good thing for a certain extent, but what actually he is building a danger to the human being. Just like he is building an atom bomb.
Yes.
And without any control.
Okay. Like Tesla uses of data like AIL, sorry, not AIL, it is AIL and ML to build the neural network. So, what is neural network? Neural network is a sensor data communication where we use in our life, like we use CPU, right? And CPU is the main peripheral hardware of the computer that we give the power to energy, power to start.
Yeah, and you're almost right. There is one correction. Neural network is what is the real neuron, but ANN is what you just meant. Artificial neural network. Artificially, we are creating that neural network, so it can almost work like a human brain.
Yes, it's like a human brain only. This artificial intelligence.
Yeah, maybe in the near future. We can find some equipment that is working together with our brain.
Yes.
Like implanted chips for improving, enhancing our memory and that kind of stuff. So what will going to happen? Just like we are already familiar with that thing. When the mobile phone came, we started to diminish our own memory. We are not giving that much stress to remember things.
Yeah.
So, it is day by day, we are going to degrade our own ability. Degrading our ability, we are going down. One day, Tesla made
we are totally dependent on that.
Sorry?
Yeah, I said, but we are totally dependent on that artificial intelligence, which is not okay for us.
Wait a second. Why is opposite not speaking anything?
Yes, sir. We are opposing.
Sorry, you're supporting, right? Supporting. Why are you not speaking anything, man? You have a lot of points. Like, it's a myth, right? It's a myth to be scared from artificial intelligence because this is right now on your hand. Alexa is in your hand, right?
Oh my God! Yeah, Alexa is also there.
Artificial intelligence, Google Home is in your home now. Google Home, she is, Alexa is, and on the other hand Samsung Bixby, Apple Siri, those are monitoring your, controlling your home, playing music for you, turning on washing machine. I'm talking about the Samsung Bixby is able to turn on the washing machine as well, right? So these are already in your home. How do you think that they will not be? You can't deny the truth.
No, sir. Okay, but day by day, like these all are the things like okay. So
fine. So you think like that this is the future. So you won't accept this future. You won't accept the Siri and Google Home right now. But after 2 or 3 years, you will accept it. Is that what you're talking about, Vicky?
Okay, so sir, so tell me one thing.
Tell me yes or no. Tell me yes or no.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, he is agree. Come, bring him to your.
I'm not agreeing with this. Yeah. After 2 or 3 years,
Mm,
What was that?
Well, you're tricked. Alex, do you want to say something?
yes, of course. I just want to say one point that we discussed before about the Tesla. You bring that point. Tesla made a super self-driving car, and the people who work behind that project have a certain intelligence, but that doesn't mean that other people on the society have that intelligence. So they are giving some products to discourage to excel others' ability. That will finally leading to some corporate company will have certain intelligence and they can control the entire world.
Yeah, companies.
The same problem is associated with some gadgets. If Google send a Google Home to somebody purchase a Google Home, everything inside that happening inside that house will become transparent. So the company can have certain influence on each person's life. So this kind of corporate company is going to lead the world. The individual person is just a slave, just like we don't have the democracy, and if we are slave to just like we are slave to a tyranny or a king, the same thing will going to happen in the future. This kind of corporate company will lead the world, and nobody has to utter any word against this company. That is going to happen.
So already they're listing your data. Don't you understand about the UC browser and MI own browser are claimed that they are stealing data? Recently, Apple artificial intelligence, I would say Siri, was accused by another country that she was listening secretly, and she was found by listening.
The European countries already started a war against this artificial intelligence. That is the example that you said just before. Same like we also started the war against this kind of corporate company. They are now providing us an assistant-aided service, but actually they are trying to do is to be win over each person. Once they get a strong grip upon us, then they will show their fears to us. So we should also join together with the European countries to fight against this kind of corporate evil intentions.
See, I am a businessman, Alex. I am a businessman. And I need an employee. I need a person who can hire me. Okay, who can hire employees for me? Means I want a HR manager, or I want an interview person who can interview my candidate for my suitable job. Now, what I gonna do here? I'm not gonna hire a person because that is already in process. Amazon is doing this. Okay. Now, what happens in Amazon? Amazon has an artificial intelligence for 3, 4, 5 rounds. You have to clear it. It will check your every expression, facial expression, where you will fumble or not. So that's gonna give me the productive guys as compared to the I would say irrelevant referrals. So I can, with those productive guy, I can make my sales, because I run an organization. I can make my sales double. So don't you think AI is helping out me?
Okay, so yeah, they are disguised as a helper. They are saying that you are helping. Okay, this service that you explain is a helping to you. But imagine this: if they replace the human beings and they provide an artificial robot for do that work, you don't want to hire a manager, and they will run your company with their robot, and you think that that is your company, and one day you can realize that you are get cheated because the machine that they provide, you know nothing about that machine. the machine is loyal to their Amazon or that private company. Then you have no control upon your company. Your company will be led by the Amazon one day.
I believe
That
you're
is going to
very
happen. Now,
very passionate about the Hollywood movies. That's why you're giving me the referral of dominating AIs. Why don't you go with a good AIs? There's always a bad people and a good people.
I will tell you what.
And this is who we design AI, not the Amazon and others. This is who I will have I have still the option that I can delete my history from the Google Map. Okay?
I will say that you are in myopic. I will tell you why. Because 100 years ago, people have the movie without cable connection, they can talk to each other. Wherever they go, they can talk to people. That was in the movie around 100 years ago. That is a fiction around 100 years ago. So what is in the fiction now will become reality after 100 years. That is a wide picture. Why don't you look ahead? You can analyze those things from the past movies. What is in the fiction? It is reality now. So what is in the fiction now? It is going to be reality later. People have a lot of fictions about to sending man to moon. A lot of stories are there. Now it is not a story. Now it is reality. So why don't you just look ahead and take a rational stand on this?
Okay.
It is not a fiction anymore.
Yes,
This is not a
Just giving me one movie's
I want to
referral.
add one point.
Yeah.
Yes, what? I want to add more point. This program are built to handle the situation in which human can't able to do. That human are too busy in their work. They can't even to do the work. Like in this method, they can help with the help of artificial intelligence. They can help, and the program is built in such a way so that this kind of system can found in the application of self-driving and hospital and operating rooms, like CCTV controlling. And one another point I want to add, like another machine of help to tracking the device. If one criminal activity is doing such kind of thing, then we can track them easily within a millisecond. Actually, we can track them with the help of artificial intelligence.
Yes, right.
Okay,
if you are thinking we can calculate such a big number, but we cannot even think that we can calculate. But if you think you can calculate with the help of calculator, but it takes time to open out the calculator. In case of artificial intelligence, whatever, indirectly it will think and within a millisecond it will give you the result.
So you are expecting that one day machine will find a way to land in some other galaxy.
I'm not
So
saying
if you are creating, is that what
yes,
you are expecting?
No, I'm not saying. Actually, I'm saying that
You have the
artificial intelligence is how
will
we may. That's not what my point. My point is, it may affect the human development, human employment, and with the industrialization and with the looking of automobile and the certain jobs that are going through this coding part. And that can be concerned with the people or the public and workforce also. Like yes, I have told before that the self-driving machine car and the self robot human level that can build their homes and they can do many things.
I think you get confused with what is artificial intelligence and what is automation. We are talking about the advantages from our automation and
I don't think so. I am get confused. Actually, I am the right part. I don't think so. I am confused because I have read about it.
That point is not clear to me.
Okay, then I will say in a better language that you can understand in my language. Okay, like if you work in machine, the way machine must have the weight and consequences of any action. Like after the machine work, what are the consequences that after doing the work we will get to know, right? Yes, okay. In term of this, what happened? Like an external data came out through the computer and it exists to prevent to collision. Are you getting my point?
No, I didn't get that point. Somebody will explain that to me. Someone could paraphrase that.
Like in short term, we can say it is done by making
making the supply and demand by pricing the securities. Or what else can I say? Like this, the main thing is to artificial intelligence include those learning, reasoning, and perception. That's what I know. And how it works, as I have told, I don't think you have grown understand. Raghav sir, have you understood my point? What I'm trying to telling him?
Well, Alex will tell you why. What is the problem, Alex?
Actually, I didn't get that point. What he is meant by that.
Okay, one more time.
Well, I have to explain one more time.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
No issue. It will be clear from me also.
I'm really sorry. I'm a bad listener.
Like what happened when artificial intelligence are divided into different categories, weak and strong, right? Weak artificial intelligence, what happens? They embodies a system to design a particular job. And weak artificial intelligence, what he can do, he can include the videos and chess game in the driving, self-driving, in the mechanization and industrialization as a robot worker, and he can assist in the such type of thing like Amazon Alexa and Apple and Siri. Right. And in terms of strong artificial intelligence, what he can do, he can carry out the tasks of consider that human can think in this way, and they tend to be more complex and complicated systems. And this type of program are handled by such type of solution that to solve the problem without having a person. And this other thing I got.
Okay, I will. What I understood is that we have two kind of artificial intelligence. You said it is a weak and strong one.
Yes.
This is what do you mean by weak is some embedded system or some healthcare system.
Yes, weak is like I'm giving first a small easy example, like weak is Amazon Alexa and Apple Siri. That may assist you a question, and if you are able to answer, you can answer. Right.
Alex, what happened, man?
No, I'm trying to understand.
Okay, he is saying you don't be scared. This is just an era of weak artificial intelligence, such as robot worker, such as artificial intelligence who helps you to drive your car and help you out prevent accidents. Now there is time to come for the complexive, or I would say hard artificial intelligence, but we also don't need to worry about the hard intelligence. Why? Because the hard intelligence will be managed by the trusted organization.
It means like artificial intelligence is more than this.
Okay, let me answer. As of now, certain technology is helping us. That I agreed that in the first place. And you are now saying that we don't want to be bothered about the future, because in the future the machine is not going to do any harm or do any evil thing to us. That is a wishful thinking. And you also think that the organization that lead all these things won't do any bad thing. How can you assure that? That's cocksure, man. You can't say that. The top of that company, each organization has their own ulterior motives. They will do their own things. They will make a lot of profit. The company is running by the people who is managing. We cannot predict that a person who comes in the top of that organization who is providing a lot of artificial intelligence products on the market, then how can you so sure that they are not going to do any harm? We cannot say that. We can fight against them only by implementing a lot of strong rules and regulating all those stuff. That is, we need to start right now. That is why I mentioned we should fight against this artificial intelligence development. They are building some evil thing in the shade of some help assistant machines. Self-assistant machines doesn't mean that much intelligence. That is not artificial intelligence.
Well,
The intelligence is given by the programmer, not the machine is not acquire that knowledge by itself. I'm talking about the machine is going to gaining knowledge without teaching. Without a programmer is not required. The machine can program itself. They
okay,
can learn things, they can analyze things. That kind of danger I am talking about.
fine. So that kind of danger hasn't happened yet, so far after the Facebook event. And fine. Abhijit, don't you want to
Yeah.
mention anything?
Actually, yeah. If error something in your program, then AI is not strongest, right?
Yeah, and then
and
you
if
will know, right?
if have
Yeah.
done 100% sure and 100% efficiency in your program, then AI is too much strong.
Well,
It will work
you did well.
definitely.
Now, allow me to add one point. By support of artificial intelligence, dear Vicky and Alex, it does not mean that AI may someday AI may hamper your may acquire the human race and will be dominating. Will be pet for artificial intelligence. For the sake of future, we cannot deny the present, and by the fear of accident, we cannot leave riding a bike or driving our car.
No, today itself there is a lot of example of it already become a danger to us. The one example is the self-driving car. The Google self-driving car killed a man. Who took that responsibility? The organization suppressed that news itself.
Okay, so you didn't see that like before 2 months. Before 2 months, Tesla saved three lives: a mom, a son, and a daughter in USA.
That is a paid over glorified news, man. You come to the reality.
It
What is
came
going to happen?
exactly. The Tesla was being driven, and all of a sudden a big storm came, and Tesla stopped itself. Tesla stops itself and saved the daughter from the fallout of a tree. So what do you think? Isn't it it is not a paid promotion or something. It is just came in news and I had it in my mind and I spoke right now. So
I said it is over glorified news because there are 100 other people saved on the same day in some other part of the world. Is that a news to you? No, that is not a news. If a normal taxi driver save a person, that is not a news, man. The Tesla car is saved one person, that is a news. That is a over glorified news. They are paying for the news reporters. They are paying for the organization, and also the organization itself is interested in that sort of news because it make a change on the it make an impact on the public. So the public will be get interested on such news. So they will get more viewers, listeners. So that is converted as income. So the news reporting agency is interested on such sort of news, but the other news, nobody is not caring about such news. That is why I am saying it is a over glorified news. That may be happen in once in a blue moon. I agree that, but you need to understand that every single day the danger that you are going to facing in your real life. You are going outside on your bicycle. Maybe some car get some error on their program and they may hit you. If that is a human being, the chances is very less. You cannot control that. For example, if the hacker hacked the self-driving car, what will going to happen? Can you imagine that? You think that is a science fiction? No, that is not a science fiction. I told you that it's already the Google self-driving car.
if the hacker hacks my car, that is a different call. If the driver got drink, what gonna happen?
But
Same
then
situation
there is
I
a
have, the
person
manual
who is
things and artificial things. See, once again, by the sake of accident, we cannot leave riding our bikes. That's what I'm trying to say you that. This is the future. Earlier we were riding earlier we were riding horse. Right now we are riding bikes. Why? Just because of it is cheaper, it is convenient and easy to handle. Now the same thing is gonna do AI for us. AI makes work easy for human. For example, earlier I had to write a phone. Earlier I had to keep a diary, a small diary, always on my pocket while traveling. Right now, because of the mobile phone book system, I don't have to keep that diary. So, technology helped me out.
Oh,
Yes, yes.
we don't
Okay,
have
and then what about that? That if you have addicted about that, then you will be forget your writing. Then what?
It is not possible, right? I have to write essay. I have to write like other things. That is the
Yeah,
logical point,
that is
man. That is a logical point, and I will forget to write names and numbers.
because this is you, and that's why you are doing this thing. But many people are totally dependent on this, and they are just forgetting day by day their own, experiences and physical things.
I can say that like if something is like if spoon is available in the market, we Indian have a culture to eat by hand. So we haven't forgot yet to eating by hands, isn't it? We still eat by our hands, despite availability of the spoon and fork. Yes,
Okay.
Mr.
You
Vicky,
write a
isn't it? You are trapped by your own question. Well, that's the beauty of discussion and debate. By the way, debate. Fine. Thank you so much, guys. You contributed a lot of things.